What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy FlippinStoop on this beautiful Tuesday, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. I love where we're at. We're here in Michigan, and it was crazy because my old mindset, I used to complain about the winter. I used to complain about the fall because it got chilly, and things of that nature. But it's actually a really beautiful thing. But just starting the video off a little bit on a positive note. What I really want to talk about today is really pushing yourself 10% further every single week. Or for that matter, if that's difficult for you, 10% further every single week. Maybe 10% every single month. Because I'll give you a prime example. And I use myself, guys, as all my examples because I don't know you guys. I can't be like, oh, hey, Bob, here, I'm going to use you for an example until we get on a more acquainted level. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I use me, and this morning I went out for my jog, and I felt good. I felt strong for like the first mile, but I'm like, you know what? I was getting ready to turn at my mile marker where I turn around and come back home, and I says, I've been wanting to stretch out a little further. I got to keep adding on to my distance in order to prove my ability to jog, right? In order to improve my health, or I'm going to stay at the same level. And this all correlates with eBay as well. So I pushed it. I went another extra half mile or so. Yesterday was an extra quarter mile. Today was actually, all in all, it was an extra mile altogether. So I did that, and it was a struggle. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But through my mind control, I was able to make it the whole entire way back, and still have energy to get through my day, right? I always thought in the back of my mind, well, if I exercise in the morning, I'm going to be burnt out for the rest of the day. Don't listen to that. That is a total exact opposite. You might be your first couple of days a little bit tired throughout it, but a couple weeks into it or whatever, it actually gives you more energy to follow through your regular daily routines. So what I really want to make this group topic about is the importance of revising your items. Guys, I know this is oversaturated topic and people talk about it, but I almost think people don't talk about it enough. And here I am. I'm the one that created this channel. I make these videos. I am far from perfect on my eBay store. I have room for growth just like everybody else, right? And the thing is I really went in and started doing some serious revising of my items. I'm talking like dropping 20 and 30% on items, not just $1. And I will tell you what, my sales picked up like crazy. The majority of people's stores that I ever look at, they're overpriced 15% to 20%, or they're underpriced too far. If you're underpriced too far, eBay is going to be like, eh. If you got a pair of $30 Levi's and you're selling them for $10, eBay's like, you're wasting your time and my time. You can get 30 out of these, basically, and you're way undermining the market value. Don't do that. Don't go so low to where, you can lose traffic that way too by going too low. But I encourage you to go in, at least do 10 a day. I spent a couple hours in it the other day. I got my items done way ahead of time, and I didn't feel like I wanted to set up more items. I didn't really want to take more pictures and list more items. So what I did is I went in about 200 of my items I revised, and I just went on the computer and went in and changed the price. It's much easier to revise on your computer, guys, than it is your cell phone. If you're revising on your cell phone, it takes you 10 times longer. So I just went through and I dropped by about 15 to 20% on items, and they were flying off the shelves now. So I get it. I totally get it why we price a pair of jeans at $20 because a new pair is, $60 to $100. I totally get it because most people, if you're reselling clothes anyways, if you have a very good conditioned pair of jeans that are, we'll say Levi's, and they're $60 in the store, you figure if they're in very good condition, I'll take off 50%, right? Or even 30%, some people go with. So it's up to you what percentage range you want to go. But you got to be careful because there's a gray area. You can't go too low, but you don't want to go too high. I realized some of my items on my store, I was trying to get too much for them. I was trying to get too much for the item. Just move them. Get them out of your inventory so you can go back out and get better inventory. Because the items I listed when I first started this new store, I really can't consider it new anymore. The items I did list when I first began this store, my pricing was off. The pricing is way off. Wanting $20 for a regular plain t-shirt. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, you go back in there, rethink your pricing. You don't need top dollar for every single item you sell. I do encourage you to have a couple items on your store that are worth some good money. They will sell if you're consistent. If you are a consistent lister, they will sell. It might take a little bit longer. I've had a pair of Air Force One Brazil shoes up on that I paid $5 for, guys, and I just sold them today for $100. Actually, I sold them last night for $100, and then I had a pair of Red Wings that actually were donated to us that I sold for $44. So it's good to have those on your store that way, because I usually fluctuate from $10 to $30 to $40 items, right? And I stay consistent in that area. But once in a while, I'll find a better item that I can price a little bit higher, and those items will sell. They might not sell every single day for you, but they will sell. So my opinion, and it's good to list a few of them higher end items a week. Every time I go out reselling, I don't find it. I got fortunate yesterday. I found a Patagonia bomber jacket. It was a 2XL. They don't sell for as much as I thought it was going to sell. I think I overpaid for it. I paid like $16 for it. But they're selling for $49 to $59 plus tax. So I don't think I did that bad. I'll invest into that brand for that. Now, if that would have been some other brand jacket that didn't have a sell-through rate, like Patagonia's got like 100% sell-through rate. Everything that's listed usually sells. So if it didn't have such a high sell-through rate, I probably wouldn't have purchased that item at that dollar amount. So go through, revise your items. Remember, don't lose. It's difficult. This is a very difficult thing for me even to tell you, because I know you're going to go through this phase. Don't lose your excitement of where you're trying to get. That is like the hardest thing to train yourself. The hardest thing to train yourself, honestly, at least for me. Okay, I'll run you a little story. 2 years ago is about when I started making video content. Actually, exactly 2 years ago. September 2 years ago, I began to make video content, and it had nothing to do with eBay. It was to do with making life-altering decisions that will change your life. It was a motivational group that I had. And it got a lot of traffic. It did really good. But my first few videos sucked, man, guys. They were not... My first year of videos, I personally think the quality wasn't that great. I was spitting and sputtering. I was all over the place. And I felt unconfident in my content. Now, today, I feel a lot more confident 2 years in. It's not arrogance. It's just I feel confident with the content. I'm being 100% genuine who I am on a daily basis on this video content. And I'm trying to bring you guys the best information I can bring you. And I'm trying to keep your mental aspect together, because the truth behind it is the hardest thing that I ever had to overcome with beginning to resell was believe that I can actually be a professional business person because of the past lifestyle I've lived, right? Or chose to live. It was the hardest thing for me to believe that I can be up there at the top of reselling. It isn't hard for me to believe that anymore today, because I know it's just work, effort, and consistency and discipline. That's all it takes to be successful on eBay. Yes, you got to do your research. Yes, you're going to buy some stupid items. Yes, you're not going to sell some items that you buy. Every reseller goes through that. You are not alone. There's not a successful reseller out there that hasn't went through everything you're going through right now. Maybe it wasn't the exact situation, but it was pretty similar. Where they start small. Everybody starts small. I'm sure McDonald's didn't start with as many McDonald's as they got today. I know they didn't. They didn't. They started out with one store, and they eventually branched that off into a franchise when it got really good traffic. And, the same thing goes for your eBay store. You're not going to start off like super strong. You're starting off from square one. Look at, for example, if you go somewhere where you can climb the corporate ladder, in a business, you're working there, you're not starting out as the CEO of the company. You are starting out as the grunt of the company. You are starting out at the bottom of the totem pole, but you have the ability to crawl your way up. Why do most people not crawl their way up? Because they don't want to put no effort into it. They don't want to put 120% into anything they do. And I was guilty of that too, guys. I still struggle with 120. I do. I still struggle on a daily basis with putting in 120. 120 To be honest with you, I'd have to say I'm not putting in 120% effort every single day. If you're putting in 120% effort every day, you'd be to the moon, or I'd already be to the moon. And I would be a lot closer than I would like to be, but I'm beginning to put that effort in. I told you guys yesterday that I want to have the best year that I've ever had in my entire life at the age of 40, and I'm going to do so. Actually, I'm going to have the best decade. As long as God grants me the grace to be here for the next 10 years, it's going to be the best 10 years of my life. I have a whole different outlook on life, and I encourage you to do the same thing. If you're used to working a dead-end job, you can't look at eBay as being a dead-end position or a dead-end. Basically, it is a job when you first started. You're not like running a super efficient business in the beginning. You're putting a lot of work into it. And are you willing to put in more work than what you're getting rewarded for? Because if you're not willing to do that, if you're just doing it only for the money aspect of it, you're going to be one of the 90% that don't make it in reselling. Because the money aspect isn't strong enough for you to put 12 hours of work in every single day for the next year or two, or however you decide to do it, to get the results you're going to get. Because you're thinking, well, if I put in 12 hours at General Motors, they're going to pay me $1,000 at the end of the week. Well, eBay's not going to do that right away for you. You have to prove to them that you are going to be consistent and you are going to be disciplined and you're going to list quality items at a fair price and you're going to have good customer service and you're going to get the package to them on time. These are the things that you have to master to become I would say to be a successful reseller. If you're lacking in one of the parts, if you're great on everything but your customer service sucks, you're not going to be that great on reselling, because customer service is just as important as listing your items, guys. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if anybody says that, listing items is the most crucial thing. Of course, listing items is very crucial, but so is your customer service. If you want repeat customers, listen to me, man. I'm telling you, if you go to a restaurant right now and you order a breakfast and it takes you 3 hours to get it and the customer service is trash and they never refill your coffee cup or your pop or whatever, are you ever going to go back to that diner again? And how many people are you going to tell that diner sucked that day? Everybody you fucking know and come in contact with, you're going to communicate with them and you're going to say, man, don't ever go down there at that diner. It took them 3 hours to get my food to me. My coffee was cold. It was parched. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't refill, my pop or my water or whatever it is you're drinking. If you have a bad experience on somebody's eBay store, you are never going to go back to that store again. And I don't think people understand the importance of that, because you want to do everything in your power to get that customer to come back to you, whether that's using the coupons that are up and on there now, guys. I use them on a daily. Every single offer I send with a coupon. Every single purchase I send with a higher percentage coupon. I reach out to every single one of my customers. I send gifts. I'll go out. There's a liquidation place I go to, and I just actually began to go there. And I'm buying packs of Hanes V-neck t-shirts for $1, of like 15 count packs or 12 to 15 count packs. And I buy them for $1 and I throw 2 into multiple sales that I have a day. And the customers appreciate that and they come back to my store. And it's the little things you do throughout your eBay business that is going to get you to the next level. I have so many people that leave feedback that says, I will definitely be doing business with this individual again. That is not, guys, that is not me saying, ooh, look at me. It's not about that. It's me saying, I'm telling you guys exactly how I'm getting that type of feedback. Exactly how I'm getting them types of people to come back to my store and continue to shop. How am I doing? I just told you, the little things. It's the little things. Instead of getting a return and being upset with the customer that they're returning an item, ask them how you can make it right to them. Send them tell them to keep the shirt. Tell them to keep the pair of pants. Here, I'll send you something else for free. Send them something for free. It don't really cost you that much money to send somebody something. It really doesn't. And if you're already sending somebody something, right? And you can buy shirts like I am. You can buy 12 to 15 pack Hanes shirts for $1. Throw 2 of them in there. I'm telling you, they appreciate them little things. And the word of mouth goes around. They start talking to their family. Oh, yeah, I shop on eBay. I go to this one store, and this guy gives me, matter of fact, he gives me free shirts when I order from him. Or he gives me free toys, McDonald's toys. Or, you know what I'm saying? He gives me Hot Wheel cars. I have different things. Like somebody orders a kid's toy, I throw a couple different Hot Wheel cars in there. Like there's little things you can do that's you're going above and beyond to make the customer happy. If you're not trying to strive for good customer service, you're not being really a good service anyways. I'm not knocking anybody that don't give free shit away, because I understand it costs money. And in the beginning, you don't got money just to throw away, right? I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm not saying that. But at least go out of the way to communicate with your customers on a daily basis. Every single sale I got, I thank them. I tell them how much I appreciate their business. And I ask them if there's anything else I can do for them. I send them coupons. You have to interact with your customers or you're never going to get reoccurring customers. That's the best advice I can give you guys on reoccurring customers. But the thing really is, guys, is you have to believe within yourself that you're going to get to that next level. Because if you don't, you never will. If, for example, if I didn't believe I could go that extra mile today, I would have never did it, guys. I'd have still been at a mile. Still running a mile 3 months down the road. You know what I mean? 2 months down the road. Still running a mile. Instead, I got down to, almost 3 miles. So that's good. It's not a boast, guys. You guys can do it. Don't take such drastic changes. Don't go listing 5 items a day and be like, damn, I got that mastered. I'm going to list 20. I did that shit, guys, and I failed. Epically failed at doing that. Do not do that. Don't let you getting the 5 items up a day or 10 items up a day get to your head so much that you jump the gun, because you might not even be able to afford that much inventory every day. You don't realize how much that costs you until you're going to the thrift store every day, spending $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and then you start asking yourself, "Oh, damn, dude, can I really list 40, 50 items a day?" You know what I mean? Because that's basically what it would take me to list 40, 50 good quality items a day. That's why I'm sticking at 25 to 30 right now, is because of a financial situation. It's not that I cannot do it. It's because, being honest, you got to figure out the numbers. If every item's costing you $5 to get, $7 to get, if you're going to Goodwill's to get them, whatever it might be, $2, $3, I don't know where you go to get your items, but you figure out how much that costs you about per item, and then multiply that by the number of items you're going to list that day, and that's going to give you how much that's going to cost you to do every single day. If you buy in bulk, you get it cheaper, but if you buy in bulk, you got to be careful because some shit ain't going to sell. You know what I mean? Like, I like to cherry pick. I like to know exactly what I'm buying. Don't get me wrong. There are times I've went and bought bulk items. Sometimes I get super lucky and every single item I get in there will sell. Other times I find a few things that are decent. The rest are $10 items. So it's a sketchy area, and you got to have some knowledge behind what you see on these bulk buys, right? Like, I look a lot for bulk pants buys. I look for just people looking to make a couple extra dollars in their pocket instead of going to donate it. And I think that another thing that's very important is networking, guys. I think it is very crucial to network. What do you mean by network, Justin? Leave people your phone number. You purchase a bunch of bags of clothes from somebody or whatever you're purchasing from them, leave your phone number. Say, hey, in the future, I buy clothes every day, or I buy whatever you buy every single day. I went and bought clothes from a woman that she told her entire family. Now I'm dealing with her and whole entire family, giving me inventory at a good price. So be open-minded. Tell people what you do. Listen, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you're going to all these garage sales and you're hiding that you're a reseller and all that stuff, that's stupid. That's just my opinion. You don't have to tell everybody what you do. I don't do it to gloat about what I do. I do it to put my name out there. You know how many people took my number and says, hey, I'm going to call you when I clean out my closet. And they actually do call you. Hey, I got all these clothes sitting here for $100, $180. Come get 10 trash bags full of American Eagle brand denim jeans. Well, I'm on my way. You know what I mean? Like, you'll get people that will work with you. Some people look at you and be like, you're a piece of shit. But fuck them, man. While other people think of you, it shouldn't matter to you, period. I love you guys all, man. I hope this video encouraged you guys a little bit. And if it did, please subscribe, hit the smash button. Or hit the smash button. Listen to me. Smash the like button. I love you guys all. It's your boy,